Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself right now in real time, seeing the information for the very first time. In other words, if you're open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty, raw, dirty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So market opens up here in about 2 minutes. I will go ahead and pause the video, and I'll be back when I find a potential trade. Watching 2040 here to get short on APPS. So we'll see if this wants to come down or if this is going to bounce here. But watching 2040, I will go ahead and pause right now. Okay, as I was watching that one, Tesla, which is one of my favorite ones to trade, all of a sudden started to show quite a bit of signs of life. So I'm discarding APPS, and I'm going to come over here and watch Tesla. I have an order for some puts at $11.50. So this will need to get up through 770. But like I said, I have way more experience with this one, and this is always my stock of choice to trade. Granted, I would be doing options on it right now. So that's why I switched back over here. But who knows? Maybe I'm not going to get a trade here, and then APPS would have worked out fine. But that's just the nature of the beast and kind of the nature of these videos. Because like I said, this is live, so I don't know. Maybe this is a very poor decision right now to be paying more attention to this one. But we'll see what happens. So I'll go ahead and pause. I'm going to go ahead and try to pick up some puts here at 1450. Looking for Tesla to come back down here. So I got out one at 15. So let's see if this thing wants to come back down anymore. Looking like it was getting ready to start to head back down, but now going through this little bounce here. Close to potentially being stopped out, but let's see if it wants to come back down. All right, I'm going to hop out there. So I ended up losing $80 on that trade. Glad that I took out the one for a little bit of profit just to mitigate things a bit. But that was certainly not an A+ setup. And maybe I should have waited just a tad bit longer, and I would have been okay. But again, this is all hindsight at this point. All right, so starting down 80 up, and I would have been just fine. But hey, welcome to the world of hindsight. Oh, 762. It's really just a question of, does this thing want to roll back over? I'm going to try again at 1450 if I can get filled here, because the 5-minute is looking fantastic. In fact, let's try 1425. Nope, I think that's the break. That's the break I would have been looking for, and it did break. Yep, and there it goes. Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda on that one. Okay, well, down $80. Let's see what else I can find. All right, watching 335 here for a potential short. SPGI. Again, 335. Can be a pretty fast mover, so I gotta be watching extra close here. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. Okay. Am I recording? I am recording. In at 335. So let's see if we can get a move to the downside here. And 335 is certainly going to be that key breakdown point. Okay, got the break. Let's see if we can pick up some downside pressure though. $334 is going to be an even, I think, truly the point that should send it with some good momentum to the downside. Ooh, I don't like that. A 1 penny break, but let's give it a little wiggle room here. See if we can come down a bit more. Okay, took out 250 there. It got so close to my target, but then started to bounce right here, and I didn't want to, you know what? Let's just go with that. So back up $200 now on the day. Oh, so close. I suppose to give myself a little credit, I recognize the level 2 action and decided to just take myself out, and I'm glad I did because, as you saw, it got about 20 cents within where I wanted it to go and then just completely bounced back up. So feel very good about how I played that one. And the side effect, now in the green, $203. So from down 80 to up $200, you know, with commissions right around $200. I'll take it. Disappointing in the sense of it was looking like it was going to get down to my target and I would have still had shares left, but ultimately did not quite work out. That's okay. If there's any sort of comfort you can take in that, just realize that it's not like you have to trade perfectly in order to, you know, to make money. That's not, perfect trading is not required. All right, I will go ahead and pause. And as a quick update on SPGI, look at that. Look at that. Broke down, looking great, got oh so close, and then bonk, up it went. So completely played that one how it needed to be played. Yeah, sometimes you'll get out and like, oh, I guess I didn't need to get out. But in that situation, the level 2s revealed what needed to be revealed. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to hop out now. So I'm glad I did. And, you know, walked away with what would have been a nice winning trade there. I would have turned into a losing trade. So just a nasty, nasty move. I am now watching Tesla again, looking for a break of 770, which I'm thinking would be some sort of fake break. Not that I need it or, you know, believe that it's going to absolutely collapse, but enough for me to finagle out a potential trade. So watching that one right now. And APPS watching off screen, 2150 could be an interesting level. So let's see what happens. I'll go ahead and pause. All right, going to try to pick up some contracts here at 970. I got those. Let's see if Tesla is wanting to bounce here. All right, well, once again, took one off, but I still have two, so this could still very realistically be a losing trade. But we'll see if this thing wants to come back up. So not just the question of, does this want to bounce? Is this some sort of bottom here? Or is it not? Again, I took one contract off just to pull some risk off the table, but that may have proven. Trying to head back up. Okay, took off another one. Let's see if we can get this thing to really get bouncing here. Trying out, there we go. So 140 on that trade. But now I am interested in flipping over. So those were calls, but now I'm interested in doing puts. Whoops. This is a very interesting level. Or whoops, 450. So if this thing wants to keep on bouncing now, I would be interested in doing puts because I'm not totally convinced this is actually a legitimate bounce here. So if this thing can get up around the 750 mark, I would be interested. So got to come up a bit more, but did get another winning trade there. Okay, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, going to try to pick up some puts here at 22.25. Looking for a small little bounce before this thing heads back down. But I may not get the bounce. So looking for this thing to bounce up to, I don't know, 745-ish. I'll go ahead and pause. Well, I never got that bounce. It did indeed come down. So I was right in the general sense that it would come down, but I was wrong in the more specific sense where I thought it might bounce up and give me a fill. So that just goes to show that, yeah, you can be right. Oh, I think Tesla's going to go down. Hey, I was right. But did I make money from it? No, I didn't. So welcome to the world of trading and why it can be very hard. Just because you are right about a direction doesn't mean that you actually make money from it. Or in some cases, you can be right about a direction and still lose money from it. But I am trying to pick up some calls here at 14. Although, let's go to 1350 now. So need Tesla to come down just a bit more. And I will be trying to get some calls at 1350. I'll go ahead and pause for now. All right, I have an order at 1750 for some calls here. So price needs to come down a bit more, but then it just bounced. All right, changing down to 17. I'll go ahead and pause. I'm going to go ahead and try to pick up a put here at 1925. Just one. And looking to see if this thing wants to come back down. So yeah, 748.50-ish will be that first key breakdown point. Maybe even 749. Yeah, looking more so like 749 being the key point that'll need to be broken. I mean, great setup here. Just a question of, is the setup going to work out? As of now, not looking like it wants to play ball. Now, only one contract, and I did that intentionally to give myself a little bit more wiggle room. So I'm going to try to pick up one at 1850, and I got those. Now I'm still just at 2. So not even much at all. So let's see what it wants to do. And this, if it comes to 751, I'll look to add another, but not until 751. So let's see if we can get some sort of sign of weakness here. And watching for 751. Market's with a good size bounce right now. But yeah, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'm not going to, I think the video is already relatively long. Yeah, we're already at 16 minutes, so I'll pause for now. All right, ended up taking a loss there, but this thing is now at a very interesting location on the 5-minute. So let's see if we can get this thing to come up. No, that's got a little revenge trade in me. I need to go down a bit here. So at 1680, now it's not behaving right. Oh, I'm down on the day. Oh, wow. Okay. I definitely lost track of that. How did I? Oh, I was only at 2 still? Well, shame on me. I completely lost track of that. Wasn't really looking to go red on the day there with that trade. Granted, down $100, but yeah. A whole lot of work just right down the toilet there. But truly, a really, really good. In fact, let me move this over on the 5-minute so you can see what I'm actually looking at here as far as the 5-minute is concerned. I mean, does this want to roll back over? That's the, the big question here. $7.50. I got to be very careful. I'm not revenge trading, but $7.53 is certainly not any sort of revenge trade. I can say that with confidence. So let's watch $7.53, and if it looks like it wants to come into play, then I would be interested. And I'm definitely double checking. Yes, very well defined setup here. Okay, so it's really just a question of does 7.53 want to come into play? I'll go ahead and pause for now. All right, I'm at 18.50 here. Okay, got those. Actually, calls this time, excuse me. Looking for some down there at 17.50. Let's see if I can get those. I did not. Well, let's see if this thing wants to bounce back above 7.50 here. Wow, the overall market's just completely crapped out on me here. And let's see if it wants to bounce. 750 would be fantastic. There's the break of... Oh no! I did not mean to get out there. Mistype. Well, whoops. Yeah, I'm clearly in my own head right now. Yeah, I did not mean to get out right there at all. And in hindsight, I mean, I guess to give myself some credit, I did try to pick up some at 1750. I just never got filled. So I did do that right in the sense of I tried. But had I done that, this would have been a just fantastic, fantastic trade. But yeah, I kind of cut that loose. I mean, I guess I'll try to look on the bright side of things. I'm up $73 now. But yeah, I should probably call it good. I think it's become apparent at this point. My mind is fallen out of it. And for context's sake, at the time of this recording, just got back from vacation. So I'm clearly rusty. The markets, I'm not going to say that the markets are terrible, but I mean, this is a very interesting setup here. Again, I'm super paranoid, and I would encourage you to be paranoid too. Are you sure you're seeing good setups, or are you just revenge trading out of frustration? And, you know, this looks like it's got some potential here. Now, from the short side, that is, so I would be looking to play puts. But again, got to always be very careful. Are you sure, or are you just revenge trading? So I will keep an eye on it. Yeah, and I definitely do need to be done. I'm trying to trick myself here, but I've officially fallen apart mentally. And you've seen the progression. Doing fine, and then that one completely lost control from the risk management standpoint. From the I wish I had some sort of like really, really impressive excuse, but I just completely lost sight of things, and that cost me. And then you see the next one, I literally typed in the wrong answer, or not the wrong answer, but typed in, I guess it kind of was the wrong answer, but typed in the wrong order, and that cost me, I'm not going to say that would have, taken me back to some sort of massive trade, but it certainly cost me some profits there. And I got to just admit to myself that, you know what, you're a little rusty. You haven't traded for the past 3 days. And then there was also a holiday in there, which pushed it out even further. And I'm very clearly rusty, and I've very clearly officially kind of fallen apart mentally. And if you've ever done that, you're not alone. All traders are going to have those moments where you're going to just fall apart. But the key is, do you recognize that you're falling apart? Are you acknowledging that, all right, yeah, things are not really going so well? Oh, great. Now as I talk. All right, well, maybe I'll take a trade here, but I am going to be super, super picky. In other words, Tesla still needs to come down quite a bit more before I would be interested. I'm thinking more like 742. I doubt that happens here, but that's the only way that I would be interested in playing this. So I'll pause just for one more second here, and let's see if it does actually give me a trade. I'm not counting on it because, like I said, I'm being extra picky here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, going to go to try to pick up one put here at 20. Looking to see if this thing does indeed want to come back down. So let's see if it wants to revisit these lows at 745.50 and then ideally push down through. All right, I'm out there, and for a loss, I should not have taken that trade. Isn't the mind so tricky? I'm literally sitting there talking about it out loud to you, how I've fallen apart mentally, and yet then I still went and I made a trade. So I got to be done. I think the falling apart mentally, that'll probably be the name of this video. But if you've been there before, you're not alone. I trust me. I mean, I guess go for it if you want in the comment section, but I'm well aware, not the greatest day. But hey, you know what? If you appreciate the transparency, if you appreciate me just showing, because I don't want to show days like this, that's embarrassing. But you know what? Sometimes you just fall apart mentally, and a falling apart means that you make really probably just break even, because I'm up 18 now, but with commissions, potentially break even. You know, that's just how it goes sometimes. But everybody, thank you for hanging out. If you appreciate the transparency, if you enjoy these, hit that like button, leave a simple comment below. Those two things go a long way in communicating to me that you enjoy these videos. And as long as I know people are enjoying, then I will continue to make them. So take care. And yeah, again, if you ever fall apart mentally, that's okay. It happens to everybody. But the key is, are you recognizing, are you being honest with yourself that you're falling apart mentally? And if you can do that, then you're going to give yourself a great chance at overall success. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.